Not suitable for children. Donkey. I forgot this is where we left off. Aw, man, I'm the last one here again. Don't worry, I just walked in too. Were you practicing piano again? Yeah. She has a different laugh than most of them, I think, right? Huh. You must have a lot of determination starting this club and now picking up piano. Well, maybe not determination, but I guess passion. I feel like those are very close to being one and the same, but I don't know if it's worth correcting over. Remember that the club wouldn't be here if it wasn't for all of you. And I'm super happy that you're all willing to help out for the festival too. Her talking about learning piano definitely wasn't in the first game, I'm gonna say, because I don't remember any of that. I just remember her playing piano in the final song. I can't wait for the festival. They're talking a lot more about the festival than before. I'm starting to think that we might actually get to see the festival. It's gonna be great. Weren't you complaining about it just yesterday? Well, yeah. I'm not talking about our part in the festival, but it's a whole day of school where we get to play and eat all kinds of delicious food. You sound a bit like Sayori all of a sudden. Monica, don't they usually have fried squid? Squid? That's a pretty specific thing to look forward to. Oh, come on. Are you saying you don't like squid? You of all people... What? I didn't say I don't like... What is happening? What? Is there something I'm supposed to know? What's... Is this... No, this can't be. This isn't a tentacle porn joke, is it? No. No, it can't be. Besides, what do you mean by you of all people? Because it's right in your name. What? Is that how you say my name at all? Also, that joke makes no sense in translation. Oh no. Is it supposed to be like, it's supposed to be in Japanese? And in Japanese her name is something else? And it's like, the squid, and squid means something else? Also, that joke makes no sense in translation. Never mind. Let's just focus on our own event. Oh my god. That was such a long and convoluted setup for such a stupid joke. Just to... Most of the audience that plays this game's in America, right? So for them to do a joke that only works in the translation for Japanese in like an anime art style game is very funny. But also, why would they take the time to do that? Just to prove that Monica is aware that she's in a game when the others aren't? Fine. Your reactions aren't as fun as Yuri's. Or Sayori's anyway. Excuse me. Where is Sayori anyway? Oh, there you are. Sayori's sitting at a desk in the corner of the room looking down at nothing. I'll walk over to her. Hey, Sayori. I'll wave my hand in front of her. Oh, no. No. Eh? You're spacing out again. Sorry. Don't mind me. You can go talk to everyone else. Huh? Is everything alright? Of course. Why wouldn't it be? It just feels like you're a little off. Sorry for assuming things. Geez, you worry too much about me. I'm fine, see? It's never a good sign. Sorry shows me a big smile. Don't let me distract you from having fun with everyone. Well, alright. If you say so. No, that's not how that works. Give me an option to not. No. I worriedly glance at Sayori before turning back towards everyone else, but the conversation is already dispersed, with everyone back to their usual activities. Maybe I should ask Monica if she's noticed anything about Sayori recently. Since they've been preparing for the festival, they must be spending a lot of time together. I timidly approach Monica, who is shuffling through some papers at her desk. Papers or files. Asters, what's up? Hey, this might sound a little strange, but have you noticed anything up with Sayori recently? Anything up with her? In what way do you mean? Maybe I'm reading into it a little too much, but she seems a little bit downcast today. What the fuck? Downcast? I'm not familiar with that terminology, but I can infer what it means. Oh, you think so? I can't say I've noticed anything about her. Monica peers across the room at Sayori, who is idly dragging a rubber eraser up and down her desk. Maybe there is something on her mind. But I'm surprised I'm not the one asking you, Aces. You certainly know her a lot better than I do. Yeah, but she's never really like this. She's always talked to me about things that bothered her. But this time when I asked her, she was really dismissive. Sorry, I know it's not your problem. I just wanted to ask if you knew anything, so I'll drop it now. No. It's important to me too. I mean, I'm also friends with her. And I also care about the well-being of my club members, you know? Maybe I'll try talking to her myself. Are you sure about that? She seemed like she wanted to be left alone. Are you sure? Maybe she just has a hard time bringing it up with the person of interest. Person of interest? What do you mean by that? I'm saying that maybe the thing on her mind is you. Me? Oh, that's actually what it said. I was doing that as a joke. How on earth would you come to that conclusion? Well, I probably shouldn't say too much, but Sayori talks about you more than anything else, you know. She's been so much happier ever since you joined the club. It's like an extra light was turned on inside her. What? No way. Sayori is always like that. She's always been full of sunshine. It's not any different now that it always has been. You're so funny. Have you thought that maybe you've always seen her as so cheerful because that's just how she is when she's around you? I said too much. I'm sorry. What do I know, right? What do I know anyways? I'm so bad at reading. I didn't mean to jump to conclusions, so you should just forget about what I said. I'll try to talk to her, so try not to think about it for now. Alright. Monica smiles meaningfully. Is that what a meaningful smile looks like? I still think her arms are in such like a stern pose. I don't know. I know she said to forget about it, but I already know that I won't be able to get her words out of my head. I feel you, buddy. Monica stands up from her desk and walks across the room to where Sayori is sitting. I watch her kneel down next to Sayori and gently talk to her, but she keeps her voice so quiet that I can't hear from her. I sigh and sit myself down. I know Sayori told me not to worry about her and to have fun with everyone else, but that's impossible to do when she's behaving like this. Exactly how much do I care about her that I'm letting this weigh me down so much? On it, like, in a non-joking way, I feel this. This is like, this game's tackling big stuff. And this part was in the original game. I really do appreciate that this game does talk about a lot of serious issues within its own kind of like dopey situations. Now it feels like I'm the one behaving out of the ordinary. But there's nothing I can do besides wait for Monica. Hey you. I look up to see Natsuki next to me. Are you just gonna sit there and keep staring at nothing? There isn't that much time, so... sorry. I didn't mean to make you worry or anything. It's not like I'm worried. I was just... Natsuki glances down at her side. She's holding a volume of manga in her hand. That's right. Something just came up for a minute, but we can get started now. I won't make you wait any longer. Jeez, now you're making me feel like a jerk. If something's bothering you, then you can just tell me to leave you alone, and I will. I mean, assuming you didn't feel like talking about it or anything. She practically mumbles the last part. A little really tiny mouth compared to the rest of her face. Nah, I'm probably making it seem like a bigger deal than it is. I've just been thinking about Sayori, that's all. Sayori? Thinking about her? Yeah, she seems pretty down today, but she didn't want to admit it to me. So I can't help but wonder if something happened to her. Oh, Natsuki exhales. This game. Well, first of all, you should really work on your phrasing. But anyway, you're her best friend, right? Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, then in that case, I think you should trust her a little more. If she needed you, then you would be the first person she would go to, right? Well, I guess that's true. Yeah, that is true. But also, you need to just be there, like, you shouldn't just be there when they're asked. You have to just be there. You just have to be there. I mean, some people just have those days. You can't always avoid it. If anything, she probably doesn't want you to worry about her because it's not important. Yeah, that's kind of what she said to me. See, Natsuki's advice... The problem with Natsuki's advice here is that it sounds so right. Her points make perfect logical sense. The problem is that when people feel the way that Sayori is, they don't think logically. They think emotionally. And that emotion takes over the logic, distorting the logic of, I'm not important, therefore people shouldn't worry about me. Therefore I won't ask for help. Which is obviously not true and is a really big problem. Maybe it's not right for me to go against her wishes. Exactly. If she needs you to worry about her, then it'll be a lot more obvious. Yeah. Again, that last bit was actually, people who feel down will sometimes kind of like do stuff to where it prompts people to ask or prompts people to want to help, and then they push them away, expecting them to push back. And when they don't get that pushback, that's when it's not good. So Natsuki's advice is still not good here. Which I think is supposed to be the point, that what comes later is a result of listening to Natsuki's advice, showing that it doesn't work. I should have thought of it that way from the start. No, you shouldn't have. Natsuki fiddles with the book she's holding in her hands. She really means a lot to you, doesn't she? Don't get the wrong idea or anything. We've just been friends for a long time. It's normal to be worried about your friends. I mean, you were worried about me, so... I was not. Jeez, if you're fine, then let's hurry up and get started already. Yeah. Okay, everyone. After some time passes, Monica calls out to the clubroom. Why don't we share our poems now? Before I know it, everyone is back to normal. Everyone goes to retrieve their poems, and I do the same. I make eye contact with Monica, and she smiles at me. I wonder what she was talking about with Sayori. Oh, I want to know what Sayori's thing is. This is your best one so far. It's really, really nice, Asters, Squiggle. Thanks. Squiggle. Sayori, you've been a little quiet today. Is everything alright? Of course. Everything is fine, Squiggle. Ominous Squiggle. Maybe I'm just a little tired. Do you want to nap or something? No, that's silly. Don't worry about me, okay? I only want to see smiles on your face, Squiggle. Well, alright. Hey, Asters. I'm still a little surprised. I really thought that you would try writing your poems like the way Yuri does. Or even Natsuki. But in the end, yeah, I guess you're the one who likes this one the most. Why? There's no music. The music has stopped. You don't want to get closer with anyone else? Wait, of course I do. But that doesn't mean I need to try so hard to impress them. I still understand you the most, Sayori. I know you have to sometimes put up with me, and I have to sometimes put up with you, but we have a wavelength or something, and this is how the poem came out. Sometimes it feels like you're the only exciting thing in my life, so sometimes it's just easier to write when thinking about you. Sayori. No. Easters. I don't deserve this. You're too nice to me. Why are you doing this? Sayori has trouble keeping her voice steady all of a sudden. If you had fun with everyone else instead, this would be so much easier. Sayori. I glance around the room to make sure nobody has noticed this. Sayori. I probably never said this before, but I don't understand what you're feeling right now. Tell me what will cheer you up. Sayori shakes her head. She sniffles and keeps shaking her head. Finally, she gathers herself and puts on a smile. It's nothing, Asters. It's just a little rain cloud. I'm sorry you had to see that. I promise it won't happen again. Just smiles from everyone, okay? That's all that matters. Go play with everyone else. I'm gonna go home a little bit early today. Sayori, tell Monica I wasn't feeling well, okay? I'll see you tomorrow. Before I can say anything, Sayori cheerfully walks out of the classroom, humming to herself. I thought I was gonna get a good ending! No! I got that achievement last time that said that I wrote all the poems for Sayori. And now... Which wasn't true even, because I did one for Natsuki, but the game treated it like I did. Like I wrote them all for Sayori. I thought I accidentally got like a good ending where I save her. No! No! Monica, you're being put on the back burner right now, because I know you did something. Yuri. Wait, but it treated it like I did Natsuki's and that's why I didn't get Yuri's. What? Yuri doesn't look too enthusiastic about spending time with me. Oh god, my choices matter. Oh no, my choices matter. I guess if she changes her mind, she'll come to me, but I should leave her alone for now. This one's alright. Alright. Well, yeah, it doesn't blow me away, but there's nothing I really hate about it. It's just not really my style. I mean, that's fine. Come to think of it, it kind of reminds me of Sayori's poem from yesterday. You think so? Yeah, well, I guess if you've been friends with her for so long, you might be on the same wavelength. That's what I'm saying. Google... No, I'm not doing that joke. But you never really struck me as her type. Sayori has a type all of a sudden? Well, I don't know, but honestly, how can someone so fluffy spend so much time with someone like you? It's like she's dragging around a dead weight. That was a little unnecessary. But think of it this way. If it weren't for me, she would probably just fly away like letting go of a balloon. You could say we each take care of each other in our own way. Whatever it is, I don't get it. Oh yeah, I guess I'm supposed to show you my poem. Here. I'll be your beach. Oh, that's a long one. Your mind is so full of troubles and fears that diminished your wonder over the years. But today I have a special place, a beach for us to go. A shore reaching beyond your sight, a sea that sparkles with brilliant light. The walls in your mind will melt away before the sunny glow. I'll be the beach that washes your worries away. I'll be the beach that you daydream about each day. I'll be the beach that makes your heart leap in a way you thought had left you long ago. Let's bury your heavy thoughts in a pile of sand, bathe in sunbeams and hold my hand. Wash your insecurities in the salty sea and let me see you shine. Let's leave your memories in a footprint trail, set you free in my windy sail, and remember the reasons you're wonderful when you press your lips to mine. I'll be the beach that washes your worries away. I'll be the beach you daydream about each day. I'll be the beach that makes your heart leap in a way you thought had left you long ago. But if you let me by your side, your own beach, your own escape, you'll learn to love yourself again. One more time. Just for me to have it all. What the hell? Yeah? Felt like I kept writing about negative things, so I wanted to write something with a nice message for once. Besides, the beach is awesome. Kinda hard to write anything negative about the beach. So you decided to write about the beach first and then came up with the message later? Yeah, well, it's only because of what happened yesterday. I mean, after Yuri and I realized what after Yuri and I realized we kind of wrote about the same thing. She wanted to pick a topic and have us both write about it, or whatever. I see. I don't really have much to contribute here since I didn't actually read Yuri's poem. You can't really see her doing that, too. Making us write about a simple topic, then trying to impress me by coming up with something all fancy. Well, it's not like I care. I just did it anyways. I mean, I guess mine ended up being kind of metaphorical, too. But there's nothing wrong with doing that once in a while. At the very least, it was good practice. Monica writing tip of the day. Is it gonna be crazy? Hi Aces. Have you thought about what you want to submit to perform at the festival? Well, being in this club is one thing, but performing in front of a bunch of people, I'll have to give it some more thought. Okay, no pressure, but whatever you do, I'm sure it'll turn out great. It would also make me happy to see. Anyway, let's take a look at today's poem. Sure. I let Monica take the poem I'm holding in my hands. It's pretty good, Squiggle. It makes me think of Sayori, like the other one that you wrote. You two are like the dynamite duo. That's kind of exaggerating it. Yeah, probably. But you do spend a lot of time with her even in this club, don't you? Then again, I don't blame you for being a little shy. I'm not shy. It's just the stutter does not help your case, my good man. I'm just teasing. I know it takes a bit of time to make friends with everyone, but Yuri and Natsuki are super interesting people, so don't be afraid to give them their share of time. And you can talk to me even now and then too. I'm not like unapproachable or anything, am I? For some reason it looked like the green at the top of her eyes were like changing color. Like very, very subtly. Also the worried smile that she's giving. No, it's nothing like that. I'm just still getting used to being here, that's all. Yeah. I'm sorry if I was putting pressure on you or something. I really didn't mean it like that. No, don't worry. I get what you're saying. Well, alright, Squiggle. Anyway, I'll share my poem with you now, alright? Alright. I need a glass of water with me if I'm going to be recording these. The Lady Who Knows Everything. An old tale tells of a lady who wanders earth, the lady who knows everything. A beautiful lady who has found every answer, all meaning, all purpose, and all that was ever sought. And here I am, a feather, lost adrift, the sky, victim of the currents of the wind. Day after day I search with little hope, knowing legends don't exist. But when all else has failed me, when all others have turned away, the legend is all that remains. The last dim star glimmering in the twilight sky? Is that how you write twilight? You know, twilight. I don't know about twilight. Lit as fuck, boy. Until one day the wind ceases to blow. I fall, and I fall, and I fall, and fall, and fall, even more, gentle as a feather, a dry quill, expressionless. Oh geez. But a hand catches me between the thumb and forefinger. The hand of a beautiful lady. I look at her eyes and find no end to her gaze. The lady who knows everything, knows what I am thinking. Before I can speak, she responds in a hollow voice. I have found every answer, all of which amount to nothing. There is no meaning, there is no purpose, and we seek only the impossible. I am not your legend does not exist. And with a breath, she blows me back afloat, and I pick up a gust of wind. Is this Monica coming to terms with being in a video game? I feel like this is Monica knowing she's in a video game and knowing that since she's in a game, in a computer, eventually, that none of this is real. It's all just what the computer means it to be. Now, I'm taking a philosophy class at the moment. A college philosophy class. If it exists to her in the game, and the game makes it exist, doesn't it then technically exist? At least for her? Because the game exists, so everything in the game is both not real, yet real at the same time. Maybe that's what she's trying to figure out. Or that the love between her and me, the player, isn't real? Who knows? I feel like learning and looking for answers are the sorts of things that give life meaning. Not to get too philosophical or anything, but it was kind of on my mind, so that's what I wrote about. I see. I never really put much thought into it. In a way, it's almost paradoxical. Because if we had all the answers, wouldn't the world start to lose its meaning? There's one thing I noticed. It seems like everyone in the club prefers writing about things that are more sad than happy. Are you surprised? I mean, if everything was okay, we wouldn't really have anything to write about, would we? Humans are two-dimensional creatures. I get it. Humans aren't two-dimensional creatures. Oh, either way, that's funny. Because she is. In the game, she is. That means she might know that she's not human because she is two-dimensional. Interesting. I think you know that better than anyone. I would know that more than anyone else in the club because I am a human and I am three-dimensional. Or 3, 4? I don't know. You mean one-dimensional? Ah, yeah, that. Humans aren't one-dimensional. Oh! In the game, the player in the game is also technically two-dimensional. And I guess in their world, it would be humans aren't one-dimensional. Does that mean that they acknowledge that they're in 2 dimensions? I don't know. Here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Are you ever too shy to share your writing because you're afraid it's not that good? It can be really disheartening to get a lukewarm response to something you put so much into. But if you find other people who enjoy writing, then sharing becomes a lot easier. Because instead of just telling you that your writing is good or okay or bad, they'll want to focus more on everything that went into it and the things you can work on. It's much more encouraging that way, and it will make you want to continue improving. It's almost like having your own little literature club, don't you think? It's my advice for today. Thanks for listening, Squiggle. That was actually good advice, other than the last one that was like, make sure to save your game and you can load and save files. Okay, you three. We're all done sharing poems, right? Why don't we start figuring out... Hold on a second. Is it just me, or did you say something strange just now? Huh? Something did sound a bit unusual. That's right. You deviated from your usual catchphrase when addressing the club. Catchphrase? I don't have a catchphrase. Jeez. Why is the mood so weird today? Like, even Yuri isn't immune to it. Stagnating air is common foreshadowing that something terrible is about to happen. In your books, maybe. Look, the only thing different is that Sayori isn't here. Ah, it seems you're right. Sigh. Sayori always helps lighten the mood a little bit, doesn't she? It's almost like everyone's balance is thrown off a little when she's not around. Where the heck did she run off to anyway? I thought she just wanted to pee. Natsuki, please show some decency. Oh, come on. She actually wasn't feeling too well and went home early. Is that so? I hope she's alright. Seriously, of all the times to not go home with her, you pick the time when she's not feeling well? I'm just now trying to put voices on these characters. So much for you two being all lovey-dovey. No. First of all, misunderstanding my friendship with Sayori, and second, she's kind of been avoiding me today, so I didn't want to force it. Ooh. That curious expression coming from Yuri of all people. Calm down, guys. I talked to her earlier, and everything is fine. What did she say? Anyway, we need to figure out the rest of the festival preparations, so let's decide what everyone will be doing this weekend. Oh, here we go, the weekend! I already know what I'm doing. That's right, Natsuki will be making cupcakes. But we might need a lot of them, and different flavors. Can you handle that all by yourself, Natsuki? Challenge accepted. And for myself, I'm going to be printing and assembling all the poetry pamphlets. Sayori will be helping me design them. And as for Yuri... Yuri, you can... Guys, can you help me come up with something for Yuri? I'm useless. No! That's not it at all. You're the most talented person here, you know. Now, Natsuki's pouting too. Jeez, even I can tell now. I guess I never gave Sayori enough credit, but I can tell things are even harder on you when she's not around. Ah, that may be the case, but if I can't also be a leader on my own, then I won't grow as a person. So Yuri, you have beautiful handwriting, you know, so you should make banners and decorations to help set the atmosphere. Atmosphere? About that, I love atmosphere. Yuri's expression suddenly changes as she stares at her desk in focus and starts nodding to herself. Your mind is already racing, I see. That's great. You'll be wonderful help, Yuri. And by the way, that just leaves you, Asters. The only one... the one who is truly useless. Don't say that. In fact, both Natsuki and Yuri have some pretty heavy tasks to handle. It would probably go a long way to give one of them a hand. You could always help me out as well. I would be really appreciative of that. I would... Wait. Is Mono suggesting I spend a weekend with one of the club members? How on earth are they going to respond to a suggestion like that? I suppose I wouldn't mind a bit of help. Well, even if you don't know how to bake, there's always some dirty work I could give you. It's not like Monica is going to give me a choice, and you shouldn't be sitting on your butt anyway. Natsuki tries to mumble a bunch of excuses like that. If I recall, Natsuki, you mentioned that you would like to handle the baking on your own. Aces may not like to be around if you only make him out to be a nuisance, so therefore, he may be more suited to assisting me with the decorations. Hold on, I never said that. How hard could it be to make a few decorations anyway? Sounds more like you're just making excuses for Asters too. They're all changing expressions, and Monica is just staring blankly at me. Just like, yeah, you know you don't want to be with either of them. And I'm actually giving you a choice to come with me this weekend, unlike last game. Which is true. She didn't give me a choice last game, because it was Sayori working with her. But now Sayori isn't even here. Yeah, in one way or another. What are you saying? It would be extremely meticulous work. And baking isn't? Just what do you think? Guys, let's settle down for a moment. In the end, I think it's up to Asters to decide how he'd like to contribute. Besides, he hasn't already gotten the chance to spend any time with me yet, you know. So I'm sure he's interested in... You literally just said... I'm surprised as well. Sorry. I was just saying, though. Jeez. This fucking game, I love it. I love this game so much. Can we just settle this already? Yeah, yeah. Asters, you're okay with this, right? In the end, it's up to you. Of course. Yeah, of course it's up to me, isn't it? Very well. In that case, everyone looks straight at me. Of course, I'm going with... I mean, if it's going to be anyone, then I prefer helping Sayori. I mean, we're already neighbors, but Monica said that Sayori was helping her. Jeez, do you really hate us that much? No. Sorry, I didn't mean for this to be difficult. Wait, so Sayori is helping her? Well, I guess I should probably be helping Monica. Yay, you picked me. Hold on one second. Yeah, Monica, you're the one who needs the least help out of all of us. But I agree with Natsuki. This music. Not only is your work already most suitable for one person, but you already have Sayori as well. But Asters was the one who... That doesn't matter. You were the one who scared him into picking you in the first place. You're the club president, Monica. You're supposed to make responsible decisions for the club. Monica, you shouldn't let any ulterior motives interfere with this decision. Ulterior motives? What are you saying, Yuri? In fact, it sounds like you guys are the ones with alternative motives. Excuse me? Otherwise, this wouldn't have been made into such a big deal in the first place. That's completely false, Monica. Yeah, we have a lot of work to do, you know. We won't do as good a job if you make us work alone. Maybe that's true. I think of the club, Monica. If we want our events to succeed, then we need to appropriately distribute our resources. So you're going to do the right thing, President? Okay. God damn it. I get it. Sigh. It's technically the most logical phrase is to help one of you two. So, I guess that's what we'll do. You have a preference, Asters? Well, Yuri doesn't want anything to do with me. Plus, I picked Yuri last time I played the game, so maybe Natsuki. Well, baking sounds like it could be fun. You guys made it sound like a lot of work, so it could probably use 2 people. Don't worry, baking is a ton of fun. You'll definitely agree. Just a minute ago you were saying that's because... Never mind, okay? Well, anyway. Monica, honestly, you and Sayori are definitely my favorites as of right now. You'll be fine by yourself, right, Yuri? Of course. I'm used to it after... Oh. Honestly, Monica, honestly. That's good. Even though Yuri's being melodramatic, it's a little hard to see. A little hard to not feel bad. So that's everything, right? Anything else we need to talk about? No, I think that's it. Are you guys excited? Yes, everything except the performance is going to be awesome. I don't think that really counts. What about you, Acers? Me? I guess you could say I'm interested to see how it'll turn out. That's good enough for me. What about you, Yuri? Yuri? She's still sulking. Natsuki starts pouting too. It's not that big a deal or anything. Well, it might not just be that. I think that Yuri might just be feeling a little underappreciated in general. Having to come up with something for her to do and then nobody offering to help. Oh no, you're right. Oh, I'm a douchebag. No, that doesn't mean... Natsuki glances back and forth between everyone with worried expression. Look, Natsuki goes over and puts her hands down on Yuri's shoulder. Yuri, you really are the most talented at one here. And you're going to help make the event a lot more fun and welcoming. I mean, the cupcakes will probably help a lot, too. But you're going to make the atmosphere special. That'll be really important for the way that people feel during the performance. So you need to stop being dumb and give yourself a little more credit. Natsuki realizes her hands and turns around to face the other direction. You didn't really mean that, did you? Not really, but Yuri isn't the only one surprised. Monica and I are also taken aback by Natsuki's words. Natsuki, of all people, to be saying such encouraging things. But I begin to understand. Natsuki was trying to sound like Sayori. Oh. Even if it didn't work perfectly, I can tell that she tried to say something Sayori would say at a time like this. Because Sayori always helps everyone smile and feel good about themselves. I'm sorry for being dumb. I'm going to do my best. And all of us are going to make it really a really great event. Yeah. I hope to see everyone do their best. But with that, there's nothing more for today. So I guess it's time for us to head out. Okay, but I'm staying here a bit longer. I barely got to do any reading today, so fair enough. There's nothing wrong with that. Everyone picks up their things. I start to follow Monica and Yuri out the door as they chat between each other. Where are you going? My reaction exactly. And I think this is where I'm going to save, because the recording's at about 42 minutes now. And I will see you guys next episode. I think that things are definitely changing. Because that whole interaction, not completely different, but it had a completely different vibe than before. So things are definitely changing the further we go into the game. And I think we're about to start getting to the actual, like, interesting part. Next episode will probably be on the weekend, and whatever this end bit is for this day. And then the next episode after that is where it gets interesting. But who knows? Who knows how different it'll be. Hope you guys enjoyed. Hope to see you guys next episode. Bye-bye.